ES Audio.
Hi, I'm John Weeks, and this is the Evening Standard's Tech and Science Daily. Coming up, the AR tech guiding students through medical procedures. But first, the founder of a tech education company is calling on women in America to stop using period tracking apps and increase their digital privacy in light of the recent law change in the US that allows states to criminalise abortions.
Through a process known as geofencing, companies can buy data that shows which cell phones have visited a specific geographic location, such as a Planned Parenthood. So if you live in a state where abortion might be criminalized, your data hygiene and digital privacy are even more important now.
That's Sinead Bovell, founder of Way Talks and UN speaker on tech and the future, speaking through her Instagram account. She's been explaining why it will benefit women to make privacy changes in the way they search for things online, like abortion clinics.
Data pertaining to search history, text messages, location information, period tracking apps could theoretically all be subpoenaed as evidence. And what's even more alarming is both law enforcement and private citizens and private companies can buy this type of data that pinpoints suspected abortions.
And Sinead has called on the big tech firms not to leave it up to women to make changes, but to alter the way they collect and use people's data.
And technically, this shouldn't be on private citizens, tech companies. If there was ever a time to change your surveillance capitalism data practices, it would be now.
It's as women in the States appear to be switching period tracking apps to ones claiming to have stricter privacy settings. Medical students at the University of Cambridge are being trained through a new way of learning using augmented reality and holograms.
It's using a kind of augmented sort of mixed reality headset, which means that you have a visor on which is clear, so you can see the room in front of you. Then sort of superimposed on top of that, there's this three-dimensional holographic patient which is moving, and you also get a sound element through your headset as well, so you can hear her breathing.
Ruby Woodward is a medic and PhD student at Cambridge who's working on the AR app they're developing to teach medical students specific scenarios. She told us there's evidence that simulation-based learning is a good way of training medical students.
So the aim of it is to expose trainees and students to what we call sort of high-risk situations, acute scenarios that they can practice in what is a safe environment, so they can get an idea of what it might feel like to be in that environment and how they could manage it.
And Ruby told us it's been a real eye-opener for students who've used the tech so far.
I know they said they found it very immersive and they found the animation really impressive. So the first reaction is very much like taken aback with how accurate it is.
Ruby said she's hopeful this kind of tech can be used in future to demonstrate more and more examples of medical situations. PlayStation's new premium subscription service is out, and it costs double the amount of PS Plus. The concept is the same as Xbox's Game Pass subscription service. You pay a monthly or a yearly fee to play a huge back catalogue of games. The premium service includes access to fan-favourite Sony games like Spider-Man and Horizon Zero Dawn. Plus, really nostalgic gamers will be able to play some games from the PS4, the PS3, and even the PS1. We now know Blizzard's team-based shooter Overwatch is going to be completely replaced by Overwatch 2. The game developer revealed the news on a Reddit Ask Me Anything thread, saying when Overwatch 2 comes out in October, it will overwrite Overwatch Prime. It means an end to the 6v6 format and the Assault game type. Overwatch 2 will launch as a free-to-play live service game on October the 4th. There's new hope for life in outer space. Researchers believe big rocky planets outside our solar system, with atmospheres mostly made up of hydrogen and helium, could provide habitable conditions for billions of years. Teams at the University of Zurich in Switzerland said their study suggests planets like that can sustain mild conditions and liquid water on their surface for long periods of time. But they said the chances of that also depend on things like the mass of the planet and how far away it is from its star. Let's head to the ads now. Stay there to find out how AI has been taught to play video games, plus fresh evidence of aliens in America. Why not hit follow in the meantime? Welcome back. It looks like Samsung is taking a bit of a backward step with one of its upcoming devices. A leaked user manual for the Galaxy X Cover 6 Pro shows it has a removable battery. Based on the instructions, it looks very much like the removable batteries we had around a decade ago, but some people will be excited about it. The phone will be officially revealed at a Samsung event next month, alongside a new tablet. An AI research and deployment company has successfully taught some artificial intelligence how to play Minecraft. OpenAI, who developed the AI called DALL-E, which can create pictures from a written description, have now trained a neural network to play the game. They showed the network 70,000 hours of YouTube videos of people playing the game, with instructions of which button they pressed for certain movements. OpenAI said the technique, called video pre-training, paves the way for allowing artificial intelligence to learn to act by watching the vast numbers of videos on the internet. And finally, yet more potential evidence of aliens has been uncovered in America. Residents in San Diego reported seeing strange lights in the night sky on Monday. Photos and footage of what looked like two yellow lights were shared on social media, allegedly filmed over the Pacific Ocean. It's also alleged there were no commercial or military aircraft on radar in the area at the time. So for now, the lights remain a mystery. You're up to date. Come back at 4 p.m. for the Leader podcast, where we bring you the latest news and analysis from the Evening Standard in London. We'll be back tomorrow at 1 p.m. Catch you then.